It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the Miami Dolphins and the Atlanta Falcons. The ball on the tee, we're set for football. And off we go on EA Sports. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground.
And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll drive the throw. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. Just a gain of a couple there. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. Not too shabby here. This will skip out of bounds at about the 12-yard line. They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 16 yards right off the bat for the first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And he'll have the Dolphins first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
They're going deep for Hill. And this is caught. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down at the 2. So close. It's a big play there for Miami. 57 yards.
Well, it's one thing to complete the first pass of the year, but to complete your first deep ball, oh, that's got to feel great for him right now because he's worked up that the entire offseason as well. And to see it downfield, your guy catching it, you know it feels great.
Get the cobwebs dusted off. Now he's ready to roll. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
It looks like they quit hitting the snooze button on their alarm there. Finally a sign of life from this defense. They've been fairly passive on this opening drive. Now able to stand up on 1st and goal. And they sent that play backwards.
Now he is
into the end zone. He hasn't had that kind of luck so far. Ends up not getting in
And touchdown. And the Dolphins are on the board here first in the season opener. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. Some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They went 3 and out on their first drive of the new season. Not an ideal beginning as they start drive number 2, 1st and 10.
Ultra. Go ultra.
They start the drive with Cook. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Rolling to his left. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable third down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
Here we go. Here we go.
In motion left here, one of their tight ends. First down, here's the run with Cook. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. 11 yards there, just like last play.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 46. They run it again with Cook. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. That's caught left side to tight end Pitts. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Cook up the gut. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Here we go.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Let's get a few yards in this fight.
Let's go, O! Let's go, O! Let's move it.
Let's go.
Right, boys, let's keep it up.
That one will go for 9 yards and a first down on the keeper.
After that run for a first down, I don't know the confidence can be much higher for an offense. They're doing exactly what they want to do on this drive.
Keep up with our attack.
Back to throw now, first down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. On 2nd down, Cook. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. That's into a crowd and intercepted. He's at the 50, the 40. He's at the 30. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. What a play. The big man comes up with the interception. Puts together, Charles, a nice little return, too.
Yeah, he's not going to make anybody forget Darrell Green or Rod Woodson, but look at him lug that thing. He decided it was his. A lot of people might have thought about lateraling it there. No shot. Trying to take it the distance.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
It always helps when you get great run support from your safeties, and when you get one who can actually read the play and get upfield and shut it down before it gets going, that's exactly what you're looking for.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think they'd be well suited to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's on his way so far. And that last one,
position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Back to throw here. Touchdown! A great play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Dolphins have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. They'll find Everett there, complete. The Falcons on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. He'll look to throw. Got his man. It's London. And they're going to have this across midfield inside the 45.
These guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball. And what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Getting the ball is Cook running left. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
And the tight end goes in motion left. And he is going to lose yardage here. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
The run hasn't worked the last couple of plays. Now it's 3rd and 14. Now back to throw. Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 29-yard line. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. Two minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Fans, a reminder, coming up at this and every halftime this season, we'll be checking in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando for highlights and analysis and scores from around the NFL here in this opening weekend.
Let's put the coach to work.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. He gets this one to Johnson. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Back to the ground. Cook looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. They're going to look to throw. And oh no, it's incomplete. Well, it's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up 4th down. Koo knocks this one through the post. Get themselves on the board here at 14-5. So Charles on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point of drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try. He's got a man complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They'll set up to throw. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Noah Fant, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Dolphins are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. First and 10 here. You know, if they can just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. Up the middle, it's Cook. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. He'll look to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. This pass is caught by London. And he's going to be running out of bounds deep inside the 25. Just before halftime. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. Boy, we've seen a lot of mistakes here in this first half, and another there on the interception.
Yeah, they're certainly starting to pile up, aren't they? Because, let's face it, we expect a miscue here and there, but they're already down 3 scores and still giving the ball away. If they want to get back into this one, they've got to take care of the ball because right now the way they're playing doesn't say a whole lot for their chances.
He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there, but it's going to be second down.
The coverage was good, but I just wondered if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else, ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
They'll throw now on the final play. And going deep for Hill. It got his man complete. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well.
This is caught inside the 15. It's a big play there for Miami. 71 yards. But sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
And he made that look effortless, didn't he? I mean, he's had a great game throwing the football. This is going to add to his yardage total in a big way. It's one thing to be accurate on your short and intermediate throws, but when you're hitting the bombs like those, look out.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And they open the lead up now to 25. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, because if you're an NFL roster, that's how you hope to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. And it's incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Back to throw. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
They're going to try and throw. Well, this is intercepted. They get Ritter for the 3rd time. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game. But that's something right there. Still in the 3rd quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. A handoff running left is Mostert. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
2nd and 5. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And they move this all the way down to the 9. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Go, Reed, go!
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. A great effort there. Making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Dolphins are pouring it on. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. And they'll accept that penalty. And a good job here by the Falcons. Their hands team able to recover it. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Going for the deep ball. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Falcons are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. Well, CD, that helps the home team as they try to erase this deficit. Give them the penalty for pass interference on the defense.
Yeah, and they certainly haven't been happy with what they've seen so far, have they? They're certainly hoping that call now might get the fans back into this one.
Stopped by the safety, Kyle Hamilton.
And Brandon, every running back wants to use their speed in order to get out in front of things. Sometimes you just have to be patient, let blocks develop. On that play, that didn't happen.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Incomplete, right side to Cook. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Looking for Tony on the out route, and he's got him. And they're able to stop him short. On 3rd and 6, they'll only pick up 4.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. They'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
Okay, ready? Hustle.
They'll start on the ground with Mostert. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
And that's Grady Jarrett who forced his way through to register the sack.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball in this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. Now, here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Amani Oruwariye. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. Spectacular this afternoon.
I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
Here we go.
They'll try the middle with Cook. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Jalen Phillips, the former first-rounder, getting in there for the sack.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got a man complete. And he goes down, but not before getting his inside the 24. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. They run the counter with Cook. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. In motion goes the tight end. 2nd down, they go right back to Cook. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 44 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries. A chance for a first touchdown drive of the year. It's 1st and goal. They'll run with Cook. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. So they get pushed back to the 11. And here's 2nd and goal. Got this complete to the tight end Pitts. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Jalen Phillips in there to get him once again. That's 2 sacks for him now here on opening day. Koo knocks this one through the post. It's down to still a very large 29-point deficit. On the grand scheme of things, this replace not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And this has been quite a performance to kick off the new year on the road, no less, as they try to finish things off here in the fourth quarter. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Give him 30 yards there.
Well, he reminded us that he was a 1,000-yard receiver a year ago as he starts off week 1 picking up right where he left off. He told us at the end of the preseason he was primed for a big year. He just gave us excellent evidence of his belief.
The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Back to throw here. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Jordan Beck. Falcons are going to get
someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Dolphins are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act. Good way for them to end it.
Let's go now.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between week 1 and week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for Miami, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they'll have another